Okay, let's start from a comfortable seated posture. And right at the start, to remember that as much as yoga has the side effect of health benefits that have been very well documented, we start from a place of supreme health. That's the starting place of yoga. So we don't have to be healthy. We don't have to become healthy. We start from supreme health. That's our starting place. And also, that's the influence of Zen Buddhism in this particular yoga, the kind of yoga that I offer. It's also influenced by my training in Zen Buddhism, that we start as Buddhas. We don't become something. As tempting as that kind of way of thinking is, right? We feel like oftentimes we are in a place where we can improve ourselves, and that is the case. But we also start from a place of perfection, and so that's where we want to begin there. We want to begin at perfection, and to know also that there's plenty of room for improvement. Right? So it's just a kind of just a slight twist on yoga. We start from perfection, and there's plenty of room for improvement. All right. So let's just take in our surroundings, take in everything. As we breathe in, we're taking in the air that's not just right in front of our nose, but the entire environment. The air, the oxygen in the room that fills the room is moving with each breath, with each inhale and with each exhale. The whole room that we're in inhales and exhales. See if you can extend your sense of self to the walls around you. Include that as part of yourself. And now extending our sense of self also to our neighborhood. As we breathe in, we're breathing in the oxygen of the whole neighborhood. As we breathe out, we're affecting the whole neighborhood. And now focusing on the city that we're in, whether it's Ames or Des Moines, breathing in the air of the entire city that we happen to be in at this time. And breathing out and affecting the entire city that we're in. All right, let's take a moment. That's a lot to take in right there. Let's come back to our physical body and just stay with that for a little bit. Let's move our body a little bit side to side, waking up our back, our hips a little bit. A little bit swaying side to side, forward and backward. And then turning to one side, helicoptering your arms over to the other side. Just going side to side. Okay, back to center. Just taking some time to circle the shoulders around a little bit. In either direction. And circling the chin. Circle or a half circle. And also just a reminder as we move through this class to pay attention to your own physical body and the signals that you're receiving from your body. Your body is your best teacher. Right? That's what I'm doing as I'm navigating through this class. I'm listening to the signals in my own body to get direction from. And I just want to invite you to do the same. To not get too caught up in the form that your body takes, the yogic form it happens to be in, but to notice your own internal experience with whatever position your body happens to be in. Okay, and then let's come on back to center with our head. Okay. Take a moment to allow your head to settle a little bit from that turning. And let's make our way to hands and knees. Beginning some cat-cow. Take your time in cat-cow as you transition from cat to cow or cow to cat. As you transition, really take your time. If you find that there's some spots where you feel a sense of spaciousness in your vertebrae, or maybe a sense of opening in your vertebrae. Okay, and then come back to center, into tabletop, curling the toes under the feet, and then coming into downward dog. And this downward dog, let's take our time here to begin to engage our calf muscles, or to really maybe open our calf muscles, right? Kind of pulling or lengthening the muscles in our calves. And one way to do that is to have one knee straight and the other knee bent, and then switch. So take the time you need here, especially if you feel like you haven't stretched these calf muscles in some time. Take your time to really give them the attention that they need or are looking for. Okay, and then let's see if we can come into a down dog without pedaling our feet. Really press into your middle finger. Press your middle fingers down into the mat. Press your thumbs down into the mat. And your pointer fingers down into the mat. All right, so we're engaging the muscles in our arms, our wrists, our shoulders here. Straightening our knees a little bit more if that works for your back. And now beginning to walk the feet to the hands. And lifting the head halfway. Hands coming to the shins. And folding in, drawing the forehead towards the knees, the chin in. And let's sweep the arm, begin to slowly sweep the arms up, head coming up. Coming to a standing, elevating the arms over the head, locking the thumbs. And drawing the palms together in front of the heart. Okay, let's do our first sun salute. Reaching the arms up, stretching the whole body upwards. And then releasing the hands out to the sides. Fold forward from the hips. Hands come down to the feet. Bending the knees, left foot comes back. Lowering the left knee. And let's just come into this low lunge. Stretch the thigh muscles. Kind of elongating the thigh here in this lunge. Especially the left thigh. Maybe secondarily the right thigh. If you want, you can plant your left hand down and then bend your left knee so your foot comes up, reaching back behind with your right hand. Take hold of that foot. You can get maybe more of a stretch with your left thigh, maybe. So if you want to try this, you're welcome to. Or you can stay in a lunge. You can do it either way. All right, so I'm just like reaching back behind for my foot. And see if you can soften, rather than put any exertion here in your left thigh, see if you can be at ease in your left leg. Totally at ease. That's where the muscle stretches. All right, and releasing. Let's bring both hands down. Step the right foot back for down dog. Hold here, draw the heels down. Stretching now the calves as well as the hamstrings a bit. And the knees come down, bending the elbows all the way down. Take a moment to relax the muscles in the back side of your body, including your arms. And then engaging your back muscles, lifting up head and shoulders, drawing the elbows in towards the side of the body. And pushing up and back. And shake out the head a little bit. Just coming into an easy down dog. Stepping the left foot forward. Lower the right knee now. And you can stay here. That's just fine if you want to stay here. Or plant the right hand, bend the right knee, reach back behind for that foot. And just be careful here. If your leg starts to cramp up, I wouldn't do this. Just bring it back and let it stretch a little bit more before you attempt trying this. You can also get a little twist in here in your back as you turn to if you decide to turn to the left. Okay, and releasing, planting the left hand, lifting the right knee, stepping the right foot forward. Do a halfway lift. Come on back down. Let your arms rest for a few seconds. Let your neck rest a few seconds. And sweeping the arms up overhead. Inhale up. And exhale, hands in front of the heart. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back down. Bending the knees, step the right foot back. Lower the right knee, inhale. And exhale the left foot back, down dog. Lower the knees, Bending the elbows, come down all the way. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift up to a cobra, lightly pressing into the heels of the hands. Back to down dog, curl the toes under the feet, push up and back. Engage your core muscles to help you here as you transition from cobra to down dog. Right foot comes forward to inhale. Left foot comes forward to exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. And back down. Bending the knees, step the left foot back. Inhale. Right foot back, exhale. Go ahead, lower knees, chin all the way down. Exhale fully. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Left foot comes forward. Inhale. Right foot forward. Exhale. Inhale, lift halfway. And back down. Sweep the arms up. And hands in front of the heart. Exhale down. And into mountain. Okay, let's try one balancing pose. Let's try one balancing pose. So if you need to stand near a wall or a chair for this, go ahead and do that. We're basically gonna take hold of our big toe, the big toe of one foot, all right? So take one foot, is standing on one foot, and the other foot, the other knee bends. Grab your big toe. The other hand can stay on your hip if you want, or put it out on a wall or chair for helping with balance. You can also use your eyes to help you balance. Looking down at the floor is helpful. Finding a spot there might be helpful. So once you have your big toe and you feel somewhat balanced where you're not wobbling too much, I mean, if there's a little wobble, that's okay. But when you feel somewhat steady here, then we can try stretching our leg out forward in front of us. All right, just continuing to work on lengthening your back upwards. And 3, 2, 1. Let's bend that knee. Keep holding it with your thumb. Release the foot, but don't let it down just yet. And put those hands out there. Stretch out the foot. And come on down. Both feet on the floor, firmly planted. Take a moment to rest. Take in the feeling of having both feet firmly planted. Almost like roots coming out of the bottoms of your feet. Feel that stability. No matter how wobbly you were for that, no matter if you felt you could do it successfully or not, now we have the opportunity to really feel the stability of having both feet on the ground. And feel that contrast. Okay, let's try the other leg. Grabbing the foot, big toe. Find your stability, lengthening your back up. So we want to keep our back tall here. Careful of the temptation to want to round your back here as you stretch your leg out. I just kind of feel, let your body help you here. Listen to your body. Small turns and subtle movements in your hips, in your shoulders, in your back, can all aid you as you navigate this pose. And 3, 2, 1, and release. Slowly release. And bring that foot down. Another way to do this, if you want to straighten your leg out, is to use a strap. So let me show you with a strap. We'll do this slightly different. Instead of having our foot forward, we'll put it out to the side. So if you have a strap or a belt, want to try a strap or a belt, we can go to the other foot. And this time the belt goes to the ball of the foot. All right, just holding that strap in your hand. We're just going to bring the knee out to the side now instead of in front. Right, last time we went in front. This time, turn the hip out to the side and stretch our leg out this way. All right, lengthen the back up. You can play around with how high you lift your foot up. Some ways it's easier with a strap to get your leg straight. The leg doesn't have to be straight though. Okay. Let's stretch that foot out, place it down, and shift over to equalize the body over both feet. All right, ready? Let's try the other side. Shift the weight. Hold that big foot, that big toe, or put the strap around the ball of your foot. And then once you feel steady on one foot, all right, turn that hip out. You could use the wall for support. It's much easier with a support to do this. All right, just kind of opening the hip up. If you feel like you want to try without the support, you could. All right, let's take a rest. Ready? Take a moment to rest your body. All right, so when you're ready, go ahead and have a seat, then actually lay down on your back side. Rest on your back side. Just allowing all the muscles in your body to rest. Allowing all the muscles, soften your neck, your shoulders. Arms and legs, face. Remember, it's by relaxing the muscles that they stretch. All right, let's roll over to one side. And then on our front side. Bringing our hands underneath our shoulders, forehead to the mat, feet together, legs together like two magnets. Ready, elbows close to the side, to your sides. Breathing in and hold your breath. Lift up your head and shoulders. Hold. And just holding here. Just holding. This is excellent. This back strengthening pose, Cobra, is excellent for strengthening the muscles in the back. So you don't have to lift your head up much to get benefit from this. It's just really in the engagement of your back muscles. Careful of your neck, though. We don't want to pinch the muscles in the neck or the places between the vertebrae. We don't want to collapse them too much as we lift our chin. So you may have to moderate how much you lift your chin. Let's take a break. Let's just let our chin down or let our forehead down to the mat. Rest our arms. Okay, and then bring your hands to your sides. Begin to lift your head up and shoulders. Clasp your hands behind your back, squeezing your shoulders together as you lift up off of your rib cage and hold. You're welcome to bend your knees, reach back behind for your feet, pushing your feet into your hands for bow. And then lower down. Slowly with control. Release, rest your back. Okay, when you're ready, go ahead and roll over to one side. And then recenter on your mat. Come onto your backside and rest. And let's bring one knee into our ribs. Wrap the hand around your shin and just draw your leg towards your rib cage. And release, switch legs. Just stretching out those muscles in the back that have been exerting themselves. Okay, and then release, grab both knees, take hold of both knees, draw them in towards your ribs, rock if you want, left and right a little bit. A little gentle rocking left and right. Okay, and then stretching out your legs and arms together, stretch out your whole body. Lock your thumbs. When you're ready, engage your core muscles, peel up your backside, lift up, and continue to fold forward over both legs gently without any strain in your backside. Just very easy forward fold, Paschimottanasana, very easy forward fold, allowing the back of your neck to perhaps lengthen a bit, tucking your chin. Beginning to allow your arms arms to soften, your shoulders to soften, your neck to soften. This forward fold helps to stimulate relaxation, helps to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, and then lifting the head, go ahead and engage your core, slowly letting your back down. Make sure your shirt is tucked in. Do some inversions. The first one is bridge. So lifting your knees, feet to the mat, hands alongside the body, palms flat. Begin to push into your heels to lift, peel your back up. And hold, squeezing buttocks, maybe walking the shoulders closer together, lifting the low back up and holding. You could stay here, or if you want to try shoulder stand, bring your feet over your head, press into your hands, hands come to the low back, and then legs slowly make their way up towards the ceiling. So you could stay in bridge or do shoulder stand, either one. And if you need a break in bridge before my signal, feel free to take it. You can always come out of the poses and then go back into them. I'm just circling my feet around my ankles in shoulder stand a few times. You can also do the splits. If you want to draw your feet apart from each other, you can try doing the splits. Bringing your feet back together. We'll be just staying here another 20 seconds or so. The shoulder stand also helps to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, gets us sleepy, tired, relaxes the heart. Okay, let's bring the feet over the head. If you want to try plow pose, you're welcome to do that. Just bring your feet all the way over your head. But if you have any pain in your low back doing this, I would just refrain from doing it. But you can try it if you want to. Make sure your back muscles stay engaged here, especially between your shoulders and also your low back. And then slowly come out of the pose. Engage your arms and your core so that you don't flopping your legs over to the ground. All right, so we can press into our palms as we slowly let our back down. And then engage your core. Engage the core as you allow the legs to come down. And release. Let your body relax. Let's roll the arms and legs a few times side to side. Roll the head left and right. We'll move into deep relaxation from here. So if you want to add a layer of clothing, now is a good time to do that. Just grab some socks or something to throw over your body. Okay, when you're ready, take a deep breath in and hold your breath. Squeeze your legs, squeeze your arms, make fists with your hands, lift your head, arms and legs together, squeeze everything and release. Make any last minute adjustments to your posture. Find a comfortable, easy way to rest your body, to relax your whole body. And always feel free to ignore my my directions here. If you know what to do or know what you want to do, you can just ignore what I'm saying. Just going to scan. We can start by scanning our body, starting with our feet, letting the muscles in the feet relax. The muscles around the ankles and calves and the knees, and the muscles around the thighs. And the muscles around the hips, allowing them to relax. And the whole of the legs, the abdomen, the ribs, heart, shoulders, arms, forearms, the wrists, the hands, the back, the low back, the middle back, and the upper back, and the neck. And the face, the eyes and forehead, cheeks, and the whole body from head to toe, letting your whole body relax. Soaking up any sense of well-being like a sponge soaking up water. Just staying with any sense of ease in your body, just drawing that in, or just allowing it to soak in passively. There's no need for exertion here other than to break down any guilt we might have that is about resistance to rest. There's no shame in resting. Noticing thoughts come and go, not attaching or identifying with thought. Coming back to the immediacy of physical sensations in your body. And like a sponge, absorbing any feelings of ease. Okay, as you're ready, we can begin to wiggle our toes. And keep in mind that you might choose to stay without moving. You might choose to stay here longer, and that's fine. I'm going to begin wiggling my toes and my fingers, waking up my legs a little bit, waking up my arms, moving my arms and legs a bit. And then as you're ready, roll your legs a little, and maybe roll to the left side of your body. And eventually to a seated posture. And see how you feel. Notice any changes. It's not uncommon to feel sleepy after deep relaxation. It's also not uncommon to feel very deeply rested, perhaps energetic. It really depends on a whole set of causes and conditions, how we feel. So with yoga, we try not to pay particular attention to how we feel in this particular moment, but just to notice it, whatever it is, just to be aware of how we feel, whatever that might be. Okay, we'll just sit in silence for maybe about 30 seconds or so. Maybe for about 30 seconds, forgetting the self for a few moments. Focus on something other than self.